Ezekiel. We're in Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. And we're going to read verse 4. It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee into the house of Israel." Ezekiel, go to the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. Like you done heard the words of the Most High all day long. "But thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel." So he said, hey, you ain't going to a people of a strange speech. It's like y'all can understand what I'm saying. You can read it yourself. "Not to many people, but thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech or of a hard language, but to the house of Israel." Who this Bible is talking to. This is our book. We the Israelites. "Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou cannot understand." He says, "Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee." Hear that? Moses said he sent Ezekiel to these other nations, they would listen to him. But the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee. That's why it don't bother. It shouldn't bother you that they don't listen to you, or me, or anyone else. But they will not hearken unto me. Hear that? They're going to listen to you because they won't listen to the Most High. "For all the house of Israel is impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face hard against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not." Why you got to fear our people? "Fear them not. Go be treacherous, killed all the prophets. Fear them not. Neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house." Hear that? Man. Say, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man," Ezekiel, "all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart," receive in your mind, Ezekiel, "and hear with thine ears. And go, get thee to them of the captivity, unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, Thus said the Most High Power, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear." So whether you hear or whether you forbear, you hearing what it is that this Bible is saying. And understand, overstand. It's real. That's why he say you have to make our foreheads hard against our people. Go to Ezekiel 2, the 2nd chapter. Verse 1. "And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, and I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel." Who are we? "To a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me." See? That's what we're seeing all day long. Different places, with the different precepts. Are we as the Israelites rebelling against the Most High? He said, "I'm your king." No, we want a king like the other nations. "And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. But they are impudent children, silly and stupid and sottish children, and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus say the Most High Power." Hear the word of the Most High. "And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, but they are a rebellious house." See that? Talking about we the children of Israel. "Yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man," so we say, "be not afraid of them." Why you got to tell them this? He said, "Be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words." We talking all kind of nonsense. "No briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. But they are most rebellious. Thou son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. So are you out there? Don't be rebellious, as we've seen in this lesson. We as Israelites were rebellious against the Most High. That's why he said, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. And you out there hear what he's saying. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, and hand was sent unto me. And lo, a roll of a book that was therein. This is what he said, what's in this book? And he spread it before me. And it was written within and without. On every side of the paper. What was in it? And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Hear that? What was written therein? Lamentations and mourning and woe. Just what he seen. Just what he felt when he gave him this little book. What was written within and without? And there was written therein lamentations, cryings, and mourning, groaning and mourning, and destruction. That's what he's felt. That's what he's seen. That's what we're seeing in this book. That's why we got to look at not being rebellious, look at how we were, and make sure that we don't be that way. Or choose whatever you want to. Choose you life or death. That's what you got to choose. You got a choice. Choose life or death. Which one do you choose? Look what he said. Go to 2nd Ezra 15. Verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners. He said his right hand, was a Mashiach Yahushua, that's coming to judge and make war, shall not spare the sinners. You can think you can do whatever you want to do if you want to. He said, Mashiach Yahushua will not spare the sinners. And my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Are you that's killing us? Like Zechariah 11:5 says, who possesses slay them and hold themselves not guilty. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundation of the earth, and the sinners, like the straw that is kindled. Understand this. Say, woe means destruction to them that sin, and keep not my commandments, said the Most High. And he's screaming at you. That's why he said, once again, Amos 9:6. Hear this, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel. Better humble yourself, like he said, before the sight of the Most High. Amos 9:10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. See? He gonna kill. He gonna start with us first. That's why he said. Jump up to verse 8. He said, behold, the eyes of the Most High are upon the sinful kingdom. The eyes of the Most High are upon America. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Do America believe in the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws? No. So if you're not keeping the laws of the Most High, they telling you pretty much that you're not under the Most High's law. You ain't got to follow him. That's why I say the Most High said, behold, the eyes of the Most High are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving, he going to save somebody, that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Most High. Remember all these nations that he named in Psalms 83rd chapter throughout the Bible, throughout this lesson. He ain't said none of them. He ain't saving none of them. Saving, say, I will not utterly destroy the house or the family of Jacob. 12 tribes of Israel said the Most High. But lo, I will command, you're going to order this, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Remember I read Deuteronomy 28 and 64, we scattered among all nations. So we're going to sift us from among all these nations, like as corn is sifted in the siege. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Hear that? The least grain, when he gathers us up, he's going to gather us up. See, not the least grain fall upon the earth. We ain't going to be on this earth at the time that he's going to bring the ultimate destruction. That's why when you read 1 Thessalonians 4:16, 1 Thessalonians 4:16, it says, for the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua himself shall descend from heaven, like we read in Revelation 1 and 7. Everybody going well because of him. The Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High. And the dead that have died by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua in the anointed Savior, in the name of the anointed Savior, shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. That's why I say the least not going to fall upon the earth. That's 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Will be caught up with them in the clouds, which is the chariots. When you read Psalms 104 and 3, he make of his clouds his chariots. And they are the angels that's coming back. I'll tell you Revelation 9:16, 200 million angels to meet Mashiach Yahushua and the Most High in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. Wherefore comfort one another with these words, you see. So he's telling you, the least shall not go, fall upon the earth. When he sift us, like sifting the seed, sifting us, and all is going to be falling to the earth. 2/3 of our people going to fall to the earth. And the 1/3 is going to go up in these chariots. But it's the children of Israel. No one else. Because who is it that's keeping the righteousness of the Most High? Look at Revelations 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And their enemies beheld them. The enemies are going to be seeing us going up in the cloud. What are they going to say? If thou might tell me. What are they going to say? Wisdom of Solomon 5. Verse 2. When they see it, when they see us go up in the cloud, enemies, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. They see us, the enemies beheld us going up in his clouds. They're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, powers and authority coming to the children of Israel, righteousness on this earth, so far beyond all they look for. What they going to say? And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, as our enemies watching us go up in these clouds, Most High will, we're worthy to be part of this. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach, calling us all kind of different names. We fools account of this life madness, and its end to be without honor. But they thinking that they the chosen. The Jewish people. And those that's following them, thinking that they the children of Israel, when they're not. We fools account of his life madness, and its end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? They screaming. And we read Psalms 148:14, prove who the saints are. We the children of Israel. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, You know the truth. Psalms 119, 142, that righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and that law is the truth. So they erred from the way of keeping the laws of the Most High. And the light of righteousness has not shined unto us. And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. That's what they say. We weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. You can see that right now. War after war after war. Wickedness and destruction. Coming out with this wickedness, trying to bring forth population decrease and so forth. All the things that they're dealing with and have done. Smallpox in the blankets for the people, the indigenous people that was on the land. Left, come back, all there wasn't nobody left. You know, Tuskegee experiment. Men fought in the war for them. We weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah. I mean, they dropping bombs on people. Wickedness and destruction. Yeah. We have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High, but as for the way of the Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. See that? They're going to say, we have not known it. No matter how much this teaching is going up, they're going to say, we have not known it. So that's what Amos is going to be saying. So now, verse 13, verse 11, 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, complete number of men going to be killed. And the remnant were frightened. Hear that? The remnant were frightened. That's the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel going to be frightened, going to be scared. And gave glory to the Most High power of heaven. Going to be giving glory to the Most High power of heaven. This is where you want to be, y'all. Isaiah 26 and 20. Before that happened, he said, hey, come up hither, right? So once we go up, Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people. We know the Most High's people are the 12 tribes of Israel. That remnant. You said the remnant were frightened, so we got to deal with that remnant too. Come, my people, enter thou into my chambers, thy chambers. That's these chariots that's coming to get us. And shut thy doors about thee, just like they shut the ark, they're going to shut the doors of these chariots about us. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. We just read about the indignation. That same hour was a great earthquake where so much of the country going to be destroyed. For behold, the Most High Mashiach Yahushua cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth. Why? For their iniquity, for their wickedness. The earth shall also disclose her blood and shall no more cover her sin, her slain. He ain't bearing nobody. Look, for behold, the Most High Mashiach Yahushua cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth. Why? For their iniquity. Jeremiah, Lamentations 4:22. Remember, Esau is the end of the world, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. And Jacob is the beginning of that follower. So Lamentations 4 and 22, he said he's going to punish the earth, punish the world for their iniquity, right? Look what he said. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, O 12 tribes of Israel. Remnant, 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. This is it. This is the last captivity we got to serve. But what is he going to do? He will visit thine iniquity. Like he said, the iniquity of the world, iniquity of this earth. He's going to visit thine iniquity, your wickedness, O daughter of Edom, because Edom is a super part of earth. He will discover thy sins. He's going to discover your sins, as it is written. That's why he says, there's going to be no peace to the wicked. No matter how you look at it. If you're not really dealing with what this word is talking about, what this Bible is talking about, I don't know what to tell you. Because he said, go to Jeremiah 16 and 16. No, let's, before we go there, go to Look at verse 9. For thus said the Most High power of hosts, the power of Israel. You see that? He's only the power of Israel, we the Israelites. Behold, I have caused to cease out of this place in your eyes, and in your days, the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. Took all that away from us. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore has the Most High pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? What have we done? Remember, he just told us that he's not going to carry us into captivity no more. So it's before this. Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Most High, our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, listen to this, especially you pork chop eating preachers, because your fathers have forsaken me, as we've been going over all day long, said the Most High, and have walked after other gods, walked after other idols instead of him, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me. This is how you forsake the Most High, and have not kept my law. Can't get no clearer than that. And have not kept my law. So all you pork chop eating preachers out there telling the people that they not under the Most High's law, you're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. How they going to hearken unto the Most High when you tell them straight up they're not under his rules and regulations? But they got to follow the law of the land. So who is your power? Who do you really represent? If thou can say. Because it says, verse 11, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, said the Most High, and have walked after other gods. What God are you operating under in your churches? If you're not going according to what is written. Have walked after other gods, other idols, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me. Forsake the Most High. You being taught how to forsake the Most High, and have not kept my law, by not keeping his laws. You being shown how to forsake the Most High by not keeping his law. Look, you want everlasting life. Baruch 4, 1 and 2. Baruch 4, 1 and 2. Don't y'all realize it said, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. How can somebody say it's not in effect when you say the law endureth forever? All they that keep it shall come to life. All they that keep the law of the Most High shall come to life. That's why I say you have forsaken the Most High and have not kept his law. All they that keep the Most High's law shall come to life. But such as leave it shall die. So you're being set up to die. He said, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. You're going to love this. Or you're going to find yourself in a fight with the Most High. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Most High. But here we are. Have forsaken the Most High and have not kept his law. Verse 12, still in Jeremiah 16. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart. That's why Ecclesiastes 3:24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion, evil mind has overthrown their judgment, make the wrong judgment. They let evil come in and make the wrong judgment. Or somebody that don't have this truth, talk to them and make them make the wrong judgment, that they may not hearken unto me. Now listen to the Most High. Therefore I will cast you out of this land, and we are cast out of our land of Israel into the land that you know not, neither you nor your fathers, and there shall you serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. Come on, man. But he come back and say, therefore, that's what this Most High is, full of mercy and long suffering. He said, therefore, behold, the days come, said the Most High, that it shall no more be said, the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, because all 12 tribes came out of the Egyptian captivity. But the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. This is North America. This Western Hemisphere, the land of the north. I challenge you, where is this truth coming out in these other lands? Since we scattered among all these nations, where is the truth that somebody's dropping this truth, precept upon precept, all the things we need to know, topic after topic, they haven't learned from us that's here in America. In this north that he's talking about here. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. But you would have said, but the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them. Because he scattered among all these nations. But this land of the north is where this truth is coming out, here in America. Or, I challenge you to show me somewhere where you see this truth coming out, as it is with the men right here in America. Any kind of comparison. Right here in the north. And from all the lands whither he has driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. See that? Most High gonna put us back in our land. That's why it says, behold, I will send for many fishers. We fishing right now, fishers. We fishing right now, said the Most High. And they shall fish them. Whoever it is that's gonna endure until the end. Because the truth is a revolving door. You know, I noticed how during my time in the truth, something happened, brothers be gone. Sisters be gone. There's one little thing, they out. You see them, they lost. They finished. That's why this is the highest calling you can be called into. You know, he gave us rules and regulations, how we deal and how we got to deal to make it. For real. You should want to know. Or you should already know. Because you said, I'm sitting for fishing. We fishing right now. It's only so long, though. We're getting closer and closer to the time that the Most High going to bring that mercy on Jacob. And yet yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. It's getting closer, y'all. He said, behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Most High, and they shall fish them. You know, you fish, you throw your bait out there, and you kill a fish, and you bring it in, right? Bring them into the sheepfold. It's only so long. He said, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double. Hear that? Double. Because they have defiled my land. They're going to get double. We got double. They're going to get double because they've defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. They kosher riding pig over there. All kind of things. You know about the circumcision with the priests, what they be doing. Rabbis and so forth. With the little boys, giving them syphilis. No, herpes. Salakia. I went back too far. Herpes. And I seen footage where they was crying about, stopping them from doing that. They have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. That's what they're going to say. Oh, Most High, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. We're in the ends of the earth, y'all. And shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. Hear that? That's what they're going to say. Our fathers have inherited lies, vanity. Things that's worthless. Still come with that vanity. You know, the way people think. Off. And things wherein there is no profit. See? But let's go back into Baruch, the 4th chapter. And let's look at verse 4. Baruch 4:4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Hear that? Things that are pleasing to the Most High. What's pleasing to the Most High? 1 John 5:3 said, but it's the love of the Most High that we keep his commandments. His commandments are not grievous. It's made known to us. Is it known to the world? All those of the world? No. Because they still want to believe that you don't have to keep the commandments. You're not under the law. And y'all know I harp on that a lot. Because I want our people to come out of the darkness into the marvelous light. And be saved, really saved. Look, Zechariah 13:8. Just that remnant. That was a frightened. And they go up on the chariots. It's the remnant. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's the sinners of the Most High that's going to die by the sword of his people. Our people, the children of Israel. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But the third, that's the remnant, shall be left therein. 1/3. And I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. So we going through the fire right now. That's what the fire is the word of the Most High. You know. He's bringing us through the fire. If you are sincere about the kingdom, then you better get ready. How you gonna deal with a Mashiach Yahushua when he come back? He teaching us 1,000 years. And y'all, like some of you probably had 45 minutes, an hour if that, then you going back to your worlds. They taught 6 hours and they confessed their sins for 6 hours, 12 hours. Paul taught so long, they said a dude fell out the window and pretty much gave up the ghost. He had to bring him back. Knocked himself out. Look. He said, I will bring the third part through the fire, being dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction, and understanding the word of the Most High, which is the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will say, I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Most High is my power, forever and ever and ever and ever. Y'all ready for this? So that's that 1/3. That's going to be redeemed. That's why we're working hard to be part of that. But dare not make thyself one of that number. Just keep doing what you got to do. Stay humble. Stay in the spirit with the Most High. While Mashiach Yahushua, so we can say to you, and hopefully me, well done, my servant. Well done, my friend. And we can see the kingdom together. Shema Mashiach Yahushua. So I say, Krum, Abanawa, Most High, Krum Mashiach Yahushua, and Krum Yasharella. And I'm out. Shalom.